Hi, I just want to put a quick video together and post this up just to do some singing blogs and to answer some questions about things, everything to do with singing the voice. And I'm not even looking like my photo because I've got my new glasses on, so I'm just throwing this out there. I want to talk to you for the next few minutes about overcomplicating singing. And at the end of this, I'm going to kind of just tell you a little bit about some of the things that are going to happen, like a 7-day challenge, just so we can get better at singing and less about overthinking things. So here's the deal with overthinking things. I was working with somebody today who's just about to go and do a show. She's worked really hard on this piece of music. In fact, she's had a longer time to work on this piece of music than sometimes she does normally. However, the interesting thing, normally we worry that we haven't got enough time to work on things, but what this lady was finding was that the more time she had, the more complicated she made everything. Now, the interesting thing about what was happening to her was that she'd had so much extra time on her hands that she'd just got herself into what I call a snowstorm of thinking of epic proportions. She proceeded at the beginning of the lesson to tell me how everything was really bad, how nothing was working, how she knew she was over pushing, she knew she was over singing, her voice was closing up and it was sounding worse than it had done when she started work. So I really didn't know what to expect. But a funny thing happened. I took her to the piano and I started to do some vocal exercises with her, and I just felt really straight away that what I needed to be doing when I was doing those vocal exercises was just bringing her back into just a bit of balance, really, not over pushing it. So we looked at it, got her just to calm down that thinking. You know, a busy mind really doesn't sing well. So when we've got all those extra thoughts just kind of ramming around in our head, the last thing that's going to happen is great singing. It's not going to happen. So we did some exercises and I didn't know what to expect. So I put on her CD that she'd bought with her with the accompaniment just to try and put it on there and basically see what happened. And then something really surprised me. Other than one or two bits of singing, it was just phenomenally better than she'd sung it previously. And she couldn't see that. And she couldn't see that because all of her expectations and her fear and her worry had got completely in the way of what was going on. So I listened to it and I said, I'm not being funny here, but this is sounding so much better than when you did. And suddenly she started to calm down. She'd just lost perspective. She'd lost perspective for a couple of reasons. The first thing is she'd got an imminent show coming up. And actually, oh look, there's my phone going, show how live we are. I'll turn that off. She'd got an imminent show going. And the thing is, as she was about to do that show, it wasn't really about the song that was worrying her so much. It was actually that on the back of that, she was hoping to be asked to do more shows with this particular company. And therein lay the biggest problem. She had so much expectation built on the back of that one song and that one concert. It wasn't about the song. It wasn't even about the technical issues that she was working on and progressing well in her training. It was about all that excessive thinking, one on the back of another, because she wanted an outcome to happen. And really, she was wondering if she ever had control over that. Well, here's the truth. She doesn't have any control over it. She could sing absolutely fantastic and they pick her. She could sing absolutely fantastic and they don't pick her. She could sing pretty okay and they could pick her, and she could sing pretty okay and they don't pick her. So what do we do when we really hope something's going to happen on the back of a concert or an audition or a competition or anything like that, or just we want people to like what we're doing? What do we do when we've just gone into a thought storm of epic proportions? First of all, just take a chill pill, calm down and realise that this is just your thinking. And a lot of these feelings that are going on are simply because you're just overthinking and overcomplicating everything. I could do exactly the same here. I could just want to run upstairs and put the makeup on and make sure that I look fantastic because I could stick this out on video and suddenly everybody sees it and they go, she doesn't like that photo. But I just decided that I could either overcomplicate this or I could just share a story with you. I could share a story about a singer and the struggles and the overthinking, and that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be sharing more of these stories, hopefully, and I might even do some Facebook Live as well. But the idea is that as I share other people's journey, it might even just make some difference to your own to realise, am I overcomplicating this? Am I getting into such a thought storm about an expectation or result that I can't do anything about? Wouldn't it be better to just simply enjoy all of the work that I've done so far and all of the work on the song and just focus on that and do the best job possible? So, signing off for now and more another time.